Welcome, Baltz families, to this week's Sunday Storytime. Get ready to mark your calendars with this week's news and coming events, which will be followed by a news story for the week. Can't wait to find out what it is. And the final segment will be our Mindful Minute with Mrs. Papa. Stay tuned. In this week's events at Baltz, grades 4 and 5 are taking the DESA Science for 5th grade and Social Studies for 4th grade tests this week. Remote students will test on Wednesday at school, while in-person students will test when they're here during the day.
Las pruebas estatales de DESA continúan con ciencias y estudios sociales esta semana para estudiantes en persona y remoto. Para estudiantes en línea, busque un correo electrónico separado sobre las pruebas para los padres.
Did your family participate in Cupcake Wars? Well, it's time to send in the pictures of your finished cupcakes along with your child's name and the category they're participating in to baltzcupcakewars@gmail.com. And then tune in on Friday to view the slideshow and awards presentation. Look for the Zoom info in this week's email.
¿Tu familia participó en las guerras de cupcakes? Es hora de enviar imágenes de los cupcakes terminados junto con el nombre de su hijo y la categoría en la que está participando al correo electrónico proporcionado.
This week is a very special one. It's Educator Appreciation Week. It's time to celebrate all of the hard work that our teachers do. How can your child say thank you to their teachers?
Esta semana es muy especial. Es la semana de agradecimiento a los educadores. Es hora de celebrar todo el arduo trabajo que hacen los maestros. ¿Cómo puede su hijo agradecer a sus maestros? Manos arriba por maestros y maestras fabulosos.
Mark your calendar for the Baltz Bears PTA meeting in May. It's happening on May 11th at 5:30 via Zoom. Come find out how you can become involved in the Baltz Bears PTA.
Marquen sus calendarios. La reunión del PTA de Baltz Bears es el 11 de mayo a las 5:30 a través de Zoom.
The school climate survey continues. Please take time to complete it. It's available in both English and Spanish. This is a great opportunity for you to share your feedback. We want to make our school the best place we can, and we need to hear from you in order to do that.
La encuesta de ambiente escolar está llegando a los padres. Favor de completarlo. La encuesta está disponible en inglés y español. Por favor, responda a la encuesta. Queremos saber lo que piensan. Good evening, Baltz families, and welcome to another episode of Sunday Storytime. My name is Miss Fuentes. I teach 2nd grade, and tonight I will be reading Cinco de Maso. But before then, I'm going to tell you a little bit about Cinco de Mayo, which is what Cinco de Maso is about. So, what is Cinco de Mayo? Every year on May 5th, Cinco de Mayo is celebrated across Mexico and the United States. Cinco de Mayo is Spanish for the 5th of May. This holiday celebrates the victory of the Mexican army over the French at La Batalla de Puebla, or the Battle of Puebla, in 1862. Mexicans and Mexican Americans began celebrating this holiday more than 100 years ago. Today, Cinco de Mayo is a national holiday in Mexico and in the United States. On Cinco de Mayo, people find many exciting ways to celebrate Mexican culture. Crowds gather in city streets to hear lively music. They join in parades and watch colorful dance shows. Tasty foods are made just for the event. Children dress in festive costumes and perform traditional songs and dances. People decorate their homes and public buildings with bright flowers and Mexican flags. And here's just a picture of a Mexican costume that you might see someone wearing on Cinco de Mayo. So I'm going to go ahead and read Cinco de Maso by Judy Cox, illustrated by Jeffrey Ebeller. Cinco de Maso. On the 5th of May, Mouse woke up and wriggled his whiskers. Spicy smells tickled his nose. Beany, cheesy, ricey smells. A Mexican fiesta. Fantástico. Mouse crawled out of his hidey hole. Where was the fiesta? Not in the bathroom where the kids brushed their teeth. Not in the bedroom where mom folded laundry. Not in the kitchen where dad washed dishes. Mouse slipped out the front door and set off to explore. Mouse scampered down alleyways, past sidewalks and streetlights. He didn't see Greedy Cat stalk him down the street. Before long, Mouse stopped at the edge of the city park. What sights met his eyes all around? People were eating, singing, dancing, strolling, playing. All around were food and drinks, sombreros, serapes, and bright paper flowers. Cinco de Mayo! His eyes grew round as he beheld a confetti-covered piñata, stuffed with candy and shaped like a burro, hanging in a tree above the plaza. I must have that for my fiesta, he said to himself. He jumped up, but the enticing piñata swung far out of reach. But all around, people were eating, dropping snacks for mouse-sized meals, yummy foods he'd never tasted before. Tacos, tamales, chorizos, and flan. When Mouse was full, he dozed under the shade of a canopy. Cat crouched in the flower bed, tail up and head down, waiting for his chance. But all around came dancers. Stomping, heel stomping, toes tapping, Mouse woke up and dashed away from Cat, ducking between dancers, pounding feet, zigging and zagging, jigging and jagging. Cat pounced, but missed his prey as Mouse darted beneath the stage. Mouse heard the mariachis play, heard the guitarrón, the trumpets, the sweet-voiced violins, heard the boom of fireworks and people shouting, "Viva Mexico!" When at last Mouse's heartbeat steadied, his whiskers quivered. Once again, he smelled the candy hidden deep in the piñata. But how to reach the sweets buried in the burro, swaying high above the plaza? Lickety-split! Mouse scrambled up the tree. He inched across the rope like a tightrope walker, one paw in front and one paw behind. He didn't see Cat hiding in the daffodils, his stripy tail switching, his green eyes narrowed. The piñata swayed as Mouse climbed up. He smelled the treats, fruity, sugary, and honey sweet. He nibbled, he gnawed, but he could not reach the treasure inside. Just then came the swish of the stick as a child swung and someone jerked the piñata aloft. Mouse held on tight as the piñata swayed and sailed, dipped and spun, a carnival ride for Mouse. In the plaza down below, Cat waited for Mouse to fall into his paws like a ripe plum. And then, whap! A mighty blow and the burro burst. Mouse flew through the air like a skyrocket and landed in the rose bushes, head spinning and tummy churning. Candy spilled across the plaza, showering like hailstones. Children ran to and fro, laughing, yelling, and scooping up handfuls, pocketfuls, bagfuls. Someone stepped on Cat's tail, and Cat yowled and sped home, his tail bruised and sore. When Mouse caught his breath, he sat up. The candy was gone. The people were leaving. The cleaners were sweeping and picking up trash. No dessert for me, Mouse thought, his whiskers drooping. But wait! Hidden in the ivy, Mouse spied one lemon drop, overlooked, forgotten, and wrapped in shiny cellophane. He picked it up and ran home to his hidey hole for one last treat. Cinco de Maso, qué felicidad! Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to tune in next week for another episode of Sunday Storytime. Buenas noches.
Hi, Bob's family and community. We are going to send home this DIA totem kit bag that you can do a project with your family.
Hola, familia de Bolts. Estamos mandando a sus casas este paquete de totem, un paquete para que lo lleven con sus familias.
And inside, you should have all the supplies, DIAE, which is Delaware Institute for the Arts and Education.
Y adentro van a tener todos los materiales para de arte que les van a mandar en una carta del DIAE, del DIA.
And so they put all the directions.
Y aquí ellos pusieron todas las instrucciones que necesitan.
Okay. So it's in Spanish and English.
Está en español y está en inglés.
And there's some paper and supplies, scissors.
Hay unos papeles y unas tijeritas.
It's called a totem kit box.
Se llama una caja de totem.
And so you take that box and you design it for your family, to represent your family.
Así que agarra esa caja y ustedes pueden diseñarlo para que represente a su familia.
And all the important qualities that you feel represent your family or your child.
Y todas esas calidades que ustedes sienten que son importantes y valiosas para su familia.
And this one I did for me, so it's an example of what I wanted to do about myself.
Este es uno que yo hice para mí. Es un ejemplo de lo que yo quería hacer para mí misma.
And I chose to do butterflies because I love nature, and I wanted it to feel like they could just fly away.
Para el mío yo escogí tener unas mariposas porque me gusta la naturaleza y siento que ellas pueden volar.
And I chose to think about, what would be behind them. And when I drew the flowers, I wanted them not to have color.
Y yo escogí ponerlas en color y pensé en lo que estarían detrás de ellas y por eso es que todas las partes de atrás de las fotos no están en color.
Kind of like, with this pandemic, how things have just changed so much. And I just thought, that's how I kind of feel. That things are kind of like in black and white or slow.
Igual que como con esta pandemia, que a veces se siente que las cosas están un poco lentas o a cómo nos hace sentir.
And then when you're done, you can take these papers that are different colors.
Y cuando terminen, pueden agarrar estos papelitos con colores diferentes.
And the colors go with the different emotions that are on your handout.
Y los colores van con diferentes emociones que están en su papel de instrucción.
So for example, this one, the green one, has to do with, disgust. Like maybe there's something that, somebody might have made you upset or angry. You might put, that feeling down on that piece of paper.
Por ejemplo, el verde es uno de color como enfadado. Representa la emoción de estar enfadado. A lo mejor alguien lo hizo sentir o la hizo sentir enfadado, enfogonado.
And then you would put those pieces of paper inside your box.
Y usted pondría ese papel adentro de su caja.
And it would give a great opportunity for you to have those conversations with your children about maybe how they're feeling and what they're going through.
Y esto va a dar una gran oportunidad en su casa para que puedan compartir cómo se están sintiendo o cómo se han sentido y cosas por las que están pasando.
And art gives a great way to actually be an avenue for you to really have those conversations and talk about your feelings.
Y eso también da una avenida, da una oportunidad de poder hablar y tener esas conversaciones de cómo se están sintiendo.
And so we have some examples of 3 students' artwork that will be following our video.
Tenemos unos ejemplos de 3 de nuestros estudiantes y los ejemplos que ellos han dado.
So I hope you really enjoy doing this project with your family and getting a chance to really talk about all the important things that you've been going through with your family.
Así que espero que de verdad disfruten este proyecto con sus familias.
Thank you.
Muchas gracias.
Hello, my name is Ebeller, and we're talking about this box. It looks like inside it's write a note about how you feel, and it's like happy or sad, mad, all those stuff. And you put it inside the box, and share it with your family or your friends. Hi, my name is Quentin and I'm going to tell you why I made all these parts on my box. I made this one first because I love spending time with my family. It may just be me and my mom, but that's because we spend some time together even though she has to work, but she still spends time with me. And then I made this one. It has art on here because I love drawing. It's kind of a relaxing thing. You don't need to worry about it much. It's really fun. You just get to show your artiste and just how you're good at it. And then I have this one, books, because books are something I like to read. I found these two books at a store and they're really nice. There's this one book in my teacher's class. I really want to read it, but she said first read the one I have and then I can read that and then she'll read the one I have. But books just have been real nice. And this box does help me get closer to my family. And that's what I like about it.
Chameleon, I think it's kind of like my feelings because my feelings change. So, like the chameleon changes colors. And what I did with it is I kind of put the eyes like different. Like sometimes I get angry, sometimes I get disgust, sometimes I get sad.
Hey guys, it's Miss Persani. Don't forget to like and share this video, and also make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss another episode. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, you rock!